Richard, I mean, what's been going through your mind? I'm wondering.
Oh, good morning to your viewers, to my senior brother, and I think that I'll agree with him that today is a somber day. We all grew up listening and hearing about Konadu. Even though the husband was the arrowhead, she was present. I think that if you look at the history of first ladies in Ghana, I think that she will stand in her own class as one who brought some style to the office. Actually, if you look at it closely, you would come to say that she is the one who popularized that role and made it what it is, and others after her modeled and did their own best to enhance and keep that tradition of the First Lady's office being impactful going.
So, Richard, sorry, let me just rudely interrupt you, and I beg you. These are okay. Members of Parliament who are also taking their turn to far past the remains of Nana Agyeman-Rawlings, so members of Parliament. And I think I've also seen the Minister for Youth, that's George Opariado, and so on. All right, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're
saying she popularized it.
Yeah. This is NDC MP.
Yeah, it's NDC MPs. Yes.
I'm sure you pause if the MPP MPs.
Absolutely. Why not? Yes.
I saw the majority leader who is leading the effort to disturb the minority by targeting its minority leader.
We are mourning.
But he's on the screen, so we're talking about him much.
I saw our regional minister too.
Okay.
I saw James Gunu.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Yes, I saw James.
He hasn't done anything wrong.
Oh, okay. So
in the scheme of things,
the one disturbing is the one doing something wrong.
The one up to some mischief is Baba Ahiagbah, the majority.
All this while he was looking up for Baba Ahiagbah. Interesting.
So on a day like this, we should tamp down the politics, but I think we'll get there.
Yeah, right.
Yes, so she embodied that office well, and I think that she set a pace that many first ladies, and I dare say second ladies, well, now we have a first gentleman or second gentleman, isn't it? Would emulate. The name Konadu-Rawlings Agyeman would not fade, even if anybody tries to, because she was in her own class. She made her own mark, even to the point where she departed to form a political party, standing out as the first female, largely, to want to have contested for political office to be president, form a political party, disagreed with the party that she instrumentally helped to form. They sacked her, they abused her, they maligned her, resisted every opportunity unfairly to also contribute to the party that she helped form. And so today, if they are telling us that, oh, they were trying to bring her back, okay. This is almost a classic tribute when people died and you praise them, oh, I love her, she was great, she was this. That's what the NDC is doing in my calculation, because she's lived long, okay, after all these skirmishes, that if they really wanted it back, this thing would have been resolved. So they don't want her. They casted her out. They used and dumped her after she helped brought the party to prominence. Now when they have the means to make peace, they failed. They failed. And so for me, it's something that we should look at. If indeed the NDC, I'm hesitant to say what I was going to say, because in the words of Prof. Mills, so rest in peace, do fearsome largely. But if really the NDC meant any reconciliation with our mother, Konadu-Rawlings. She has a very outstanding daughter, even though we are aiming to take her seat in 2028. They had a good opportunity to demonstrate that. The president says he will appoint 60-something. Okay. 60 ministers, and he has 58 now, so right. 58. So you never know. Maybe he's promised he will appoint some 2 seats, 2 ministerial portfolios in 2026. You never know. But I think that one of those will be a befitting appointment. But I'm saying this within the guidance of Prof. Mills, that's a Diwufiasam. So I'm just volunteering this.
You remember, I think, was it last week or 2? I mean, media reports were very rife that she had been given the
there was
defense minister.
Posted by either Rex Omar or one of them.
Yeah, and congratulating her.
Yeah,
it turns out to be fake news.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe happened, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, so what I'm saying is that that's probably, it will be historic if that happens, if anything like that happens.
Would that be our first ever
female? Yes, I think so. Yeah. Yes. And I think that words, NDC is now known for talking. They talk a lot. They talk good game, but they never deliver. And so maybe this is one occasion, if they were trying to bring in all of the things they are saying post-demise, they can make good on that. I think that it would help, okay, their own party, which I hope they don't, so it doesn't help them. But if they do, it will help them largely. And for me, the value there would be the recognition of the woman and what she meant, both for husband, for the family, and for Ghana. And most importantly, for the women of this country. She's done perhaps more than any woman in advocacy position for women in our country has done. And I think that many, many women would rise, emulate, and perhaps exceed her contribution in order to firm up the space for women participation in our public life. So I would say that may her soul rest in peace, and may her family find comfort. It's a difficult time for them. It's just about 5 years ago, is it? 5 or 6 years ago, we lost the former president, and then now the wife. And it's an appropriate caption that off-air you were describing as an end of an era. But I think that Ghana will be grateful to her contributions. Rawlings himself, there are matters to discuss and to take out, but his participation in our public life has brought some value, and I think that their names would remain part of Ghana's history. And I pray that their souls rest in peace. I just wonder where Madame Konadu-Rawlings is going to be buried, and if she would be buried in Accra, perhaps next to her husband, would be a very nice picture to behold. So I wish the family well, and that they should find comfort in the knowledge that their legacy will live on.
Just a quick one, Moro.
Yes.
I don't think Nana Agyeman Rawlings was used and dumped. No, I don't think she was abused. She was maligned. I mean, she's one person that, despite differences with NDC, you hardly see NDC members taking her on, particularly the older folks, people who would have known. I'm only saddened that the whole PNDC into NDC has not really been put into a sort of a narrative for us to read we might only just come and pick a few pieces here and there in future. Just by way of adding to what my brother here has just said about the party.
Okay. Anyway, so Richard,
my brother is very diplomatic and it's good. But the point is that if we are together here, and for some reason I am no longer here, and it's not because I chose, but conditions made it so I leave the studio, you can describe it and paint it anyhow you want to, but the idea is that you were jettisoned after you were instrumental in bringing back the NDC. So I was saying that the NDC is backtracking. They should apologize to the family rather than coming to put a brave face on as oh, we're one, we're together, we are trying to bring back Konadu. They were not doing anything like that. If they had their way, they would alienate them the more, which is the reason why today, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's administration, there is no Rawlings. There is no Rawlings in that.
So that's the former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bame. He's just arrived.
Absolutely.
And he's an MPP.
Sorry?
He's an MPP person. You said if the MPP people come.
Yeah, so that's the man. That's the man, Akonyo Markins, that the NDC majority is seeking to target. But that was a conversation, Moro, you bring up for us to have. So the idea is that, Moro, Madame Rawlings brought about the NDC, they jettisoned her, but she kept a brave face on, went to start the NDP, and continue to further her political ambition, which is to see that Ghana and Ghana's women find representation. And the history should not be distorted by the NDC to say that we're coming together, we've been together. No, the history should reflect how she contributed immensely, supporting the husband and supporting the creation of the NDC. And when he arrived, they jettisoned her and left her to rot. Now she's gone home.
That's a very good friend, Richard. You're a very good friend, and you, CJ.
CJ, very nice. He's a gentleman. I mean, personally, there's no qualms with him, but the politics.
I noticed that you admire him greatly.
No, so very gentleman. In fact, you know,
that's your other friend. You have a lot of friends.
Oh yeah, he's a nice man. Nice man. Perhaps one day he will join the MPP and maybe become a flag bearer or something. But he's a nice man. you know, Mo. CJ is a very nice person, but the politics is problematic. I remember when we had the CJ Save the Judiciary demonstration. I went to the Supreme Court building to try and finalize our routes and where we're going to submit our petition and everything. And then he saw me, called me calmly across the hall, and he was a gentleman. And so, as a person, I have nothing against him. Okay. My question and concern is about the politics that's brought about his, Chief Justice position. That's problematic. Okay. If I were him, as nice as I know him to be a gentleman, I would have declined it. Honestly, I declined it because the controversy, the appearance that there's some orchestration, either by you or by who, by what, and of course, the firm belief that this was a political agenda, hatched by the NDC. We are going to do it by hook or crook to make sure this thing happens. They have done that. Okay. So for him as a person, very gentle individual, I'd like to learn from him any day, but the politics is the problem. As for his politics, I won't learn it. But other things, as a citizen, as a statesman, professional, I think that he stands out. Those are the minority.
That's
MPs,
the chief whip. That's the chief whip, isn't it?
Yes, who are making Ghana proud. Very strong, mighty minority, determined to confront the bull, hold the bull by the horn, and they are going to prevail, Boro. They're going to prevail because Ghana needs them in this hour.
Well, they need to seriously go learn from how the former minority leaders behaved. Look from the era of J.H. Mensah, look from the era of Bagbin, look from the era of the Swami Agyeman Sabonsu, and also mindful that the politics is evolving, and some of the things that they do, I mean, some of them by yourself, you will be embarrassed by some of the things they do. I mean, so they could prevail in their own small way. Today, you are quantifying them as mighty minority. When it suits you, it's a bird. When it doesn't suit you, it's a vulture. When someone else quantifies them as mini, micro, then...
Well, I didn't say that. I said mighty minority.
Yes, I said when someone else...
We are minority, but we are mighty. So that is not a derogatory designation at all.
Yeah. At all, that's what I'm saying.
So you want to
the mini,
put
the
a
mini
negative...
micro is also not the derogatory. We have microchip, nano.
No, we are not. We are not doing phones. We are doing politics.
They were all not derogatory, but
so the point is that we are mighty minority, and I see. I was listening to you when you talk about go and learn from previous minority leaders and all that. What we have in Parliament now is a model how to confront a tyrannical majority. So this one, you don't have any template for it. You don't have any template for this tyranny that the NDC is visiting in Parliament. They feel somehow that they control the House. Of course, I mean, we all know it's open secret.
They feel, they control it actually.
No, I'm saying that, no, you don't control the thing. You don't control, you have your majority, but it is about policy, it's about conversation. Everybody must have their say. It is when it comes to a vote, then you win by democratic designs, yes. But you don't impose your will on people. That's what they are doing. You understand? They control the place because, of course, it's open secret. The speaker is NDC, okay? And he will do everything to align wherever he must align, okay? And so they control that. They have the numbers. And so they feel that Parliament belongs to them.
Okay.
And they would want to subjugate the minority. And we say that in that environment, you must stand tall.
Okay.
And that's what the minority leader is doing. Okay. And even that, Moro, even that, they can't stand it. And they're coming with all the mischief to try and refer him to privileges committee and all of these things. For what?
We'll get there.
It will not stand.